Welcome to episode 19 of our series on stress. When we think about living a good, happy life, we often envision a life free from stress and difficulties. We desire to feel calm, comfortable, and unburdened by worries. However, research shows that this notion may not be entirely accurate. In fact, the relationship between stress and a fulfilling life is much more complex than we might think. Let's look at what research tells us. In a big study done by Gallup between 2005 and 2006, over 125,000 people from 121 different countries were asked if they had felt a lot of stress the day before. The results were eye-opening. In the United States, 43% of people said they felt stressed. The Philippines topped the list with 67% of people reporting stress, while Mauritania had the lowest stress levels at just 5%. But here's where it gets interesting. The researchers found something unexpected when they looked at how these stress levels related to other measures of well-being. Countries where more people reported feeling stressed were actually doing better overall. These countries had higher life expectancy, people lived longer, stronger economies, better standards of living, higher levels of happiness, greater life satisfaction, better health outcomes, stronger community connections. This seems puzzling at first. Shouldn't less stress mean people are happier and healthier? Well, the researchers discovered that there's more to the story. When they looked deeper into the emotions people felt, they found something fascinating. On days when people reported feeling stressed, they were also more likely to feel negative emotions like anger or worry. But here's the surprising part. These same people also reported feeling more positive emotions like joy, love, laughter, excitement, satisfaction, purpose. The happiest people weren't the ones living stress-free lives. Instead, it was the people who experienced high levels of stress, but didn't let it overwhelm them or lead to depression. These individuals were more likely to see their lives as meaningful and close to ideal. Think about it this way. Most things that give our lives meaning and purpose come with some level of stress. When we push ourselves to learn new skills, build deep relationships with others, take on challenging work projects, raise children, pursue important goals, try to make a difference in our communities, work towards personal growth, face our fears and overcome challenges. All these meaningful activities naturally bring some stress into our lives. But this stress isn't necessarily bad. It's often a sign that we're growing, developing, and engaging fully with life. Consider someone training for a marathon. The training is stressful on the body and mind, requires sacrifice, and involves pushing through discomfort. But many runners describe this experience as deeply meaningful and satisfying. The stress they experience is part of what makes the achievement meaningful. Or think about raising children. Any parent will tell you it's one of the most stressful experiences of their life. There are sleepless nights, constant worries, and endless challenges. Yet many people also describe parenting as their life's most meaningful and rewarding experience. The stress doesn't diminish the meaning. It's part of what makes it meaningful. The same is true in our professional lives. The most satisfying work often comes with significant stress. Meeting important deadlines, solving complex problems, leading teams through challenges. These experiences are stressful, but they're also often the experiences we're most proud of and find most meaningful. This doesn't mean all stress is good, of course. Too much stress, especially when it feels overwhelming or goes on for too long without relief, can be harmful to our physical and mental health. The key isn't to seek out stress for its own sake, but to understand that some stress is a natural part of living a meaningful life. What matters is how we view and respond to stress. Research suggests that people who see stress as a sign that they're engaging with something meaningful tend to handle it better than those who see all stress as harmful. When we understand that stress often comes hand in hand with pursuing important goals and living according to our values, we can learn to accept it as part of a life well lived. In the end, the paradox of stress reveals an important truth about human nature. A truly meaningful life isn't about avoiding all stress and seeking constant comfort. Instead, it's about being willing to step out of our comfort zones, take on challenges that matter to us, and grow through the experience of facing difficulties. While it may not always be easy, embracing the stress that comes with a meaningful existence is what allows us to live life to the fullest. The next time you're feeling stressed, it might help to ask yourself, is this stress coming from something meaningful in my life? If the answer is yes, perhaps that stress isn't your enemy. Maybe it's just a sign that you're living fully, growing, and engaging with what matters most to you. After all, as the research shows, a life without any stress might be comfortable, but it might also be missing the very things that make life worth living. The challenge isn't to eliminate all stress from our lives, but to find meaning in the stress we face and to use it as a catalyst for personal growth and deeper engagement with life.